Hey guys, Tarab here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Alliance of Defiance. Playing today spawning in the north, we have Meow playing as Ostheer, who has Jaeger Armour, Jaeger Infantry and Joint Operations. Teaming up with him is not Crossfire, impersonator here, the World, Moron Park, the World. I guess Calliope, who has locked into Breakthrough. From the south, we have Crumb playing his US forces, who has Urban Assault, Armour, and Infantry, and finally smallNhii, who has Urban Assault, Infantry, and Airborne. Both are random teams. Axis both around rank 100. Allies, Crumb about 40 and smallNhii in the mid-70s. So Rifle Squad here coming across a bit of a 2-on-1 on the right hand side. It's going to cause some issues for Meow. Good amount of damage onto the machine gun. Looks like it's going to try backpedal to the building, but took too much damage. Decided to get out of there, and the 2-on-1 too much for Meow to handle. Does mean the Axis easy control on that left hand side. 3 riflemen for both the US players here. Getting some tank traps up for the heavy cover as well.
That's it. Points out. Area secured. That was too easy.
We're going to push back onto the map now, Meow.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Okay, looks like the Kugelwagen probing here. Wants some support. So he doesn't take too much damage on it. Sitting up here, max range with the machine gun. Going to try and make use of this heavy cover, fight back. Good idea to get away with the re-echelon. Looks like maybe he switched the focus fire to the re-echelon. Didn't hit stop afterwards though. So packed up there. Now Rifleman coming in on the flank. Repositioning now with the machine gun. Rifleman ducking back behind the wall. Re-echelon going to get hit with the suppression there. Probably need to retreat. Otherwise he might suppress the riflemen that are there. Squad coming around the corner. Now they've got some heavy cover. Oh, but the Fusiliers have worked their way across here now as well. Squad eventually getting suppressed from behind the heavy cover. Nice heavy cover here for the stern pyros. Kugelwagen in the centre. You don't often see the Kugelwagen getting down into the middle of this map. Got a mortar now for Crumb. Down the machine gun, but realizes not going to be able to knock that out. Deciding to duck behind the sight blockers. Smoke onto the MG, but it's already mobilized. Squad inside the building in some trouble. Ooh, nearly went down. That was a very close call. But branching up to the far side.
Germans are making a push.
Crumb, having gone for that mortar, has delayed the officer tech. Captain about to pop out. A little bit of body blocking here. Rifleman getting quite low, but this is not the best. Oh boy, snare up. But a little bit late retreating afterwards there. Oh, and the squad goes down. Does end up killing off the Kugelwagen. Something you'll learn about actually. I'm making a guide about queued up commands. And Rifleman, anti-tank grenade into Q retreat is the slowest of all the snares. 2.8 seconds I think it was. So that's why he was slow retreating. Whereas if you just manually give the retreat order once you see the projectile in the air, you can retreat much earlier than that. Jumps into the building, but God, died so fast jumping in. I'm overwhelmed by the Fusilier blob now, and going into an officer to follow that up, as well as a forward battle group with healing. Decent connection there from the mortar. Try a soft retreat. Got a couple squads coming into the heavy cover positions. Okay, both US players actually opting for a mortar. That's interesting. I certainly can understand it, you know, on the Ostheer side to fight off that machine gun, but I don't think it makes as much sense against the Panzer Fusiliers. 2-2 on the field, reasonable timing. Has the anti-air half-track though, so strong response. No packed full-time bulletins either for Meow, so no pack anytime soon for him. Here comes the anti-air half-track. We have a few snaring squads nearby though. Ooh, that was close. I think I saw the AA half-track miss 2 shots there. That would have been right on the brink of death if they had connected. Perhaps even dead. Well, there are a couple of Fausting squads running around this corner, and I feel like that squad was within Fausting range. I feel like I would have taken that Faust as well. Try to stall while the pack builds. Try to slow it down. Do half-track here, taking a few anti-tank grenades. Could even go down to small arms fire now. He's trying to back out. Suppression's still working here. Not much arriving in support. And there it goes. Oh, the Raketin was coming in anyway. Would have died. Most likely. Ouch. Painful for smallNhii there. You just got to be so careful with those Fusiliers. They do have that long-range anti-tank grenade. And, you know, you just got to be careful. Okay, we've got a lock into infantry for smallNhii, getting some M1919s going. One good thing about this is that since you don't need to take weapon racks, you know, if you're a little bit behind, maybe afford to spend some resources elsewhere, in this case getting the ambulance.
A capture point is under attack.
But certainly smallNhii having a tough go with 2 losses early on. 1919 is a pretty good option against the Fusiliers as well. You can always shoot at them from long range. They're the ones who constantly have to close the gap on you. Makes it easier to handle. Kill off the tank trap there. Feels like it has been pretty even split on the field to this point. Maybe the Allies even having a slight edge. Here comes the pack now though, going to make it tougher for Crumb. Somehow didn't fire off a shot there though. And the rest of the Grenadiers now though. Fusilier blob coming into the retreat path. Just got to cut and run here. Trying to fight it. Oh, you got to be so careful with these retreat paths. It does have that heavy cover though. Here comes some grenades. Partial dodge. Wow, they somehow took almost 0 damage there. That was crazy. There's a good chance of that getting wiped. Mortar doing some nice work here. Pack shooting at the tank traps, so not able to shoot at the AA half-track. There he goes. Connects now, though, after reloading. Snare through on the 222. Close call for the rifle squad, though. And heavy cover working well against the Panzer Grenadiers. Look at this Schwer position. That is so aggressive. Has seen the M1919s. Don't know if he's paying attention to the loadouts, but I don't think tactical support was an option for smallNhii. So know it's going to be infantry. Know that you're going to be fighting the time on target. Makes the Schwer position quite a lot worse. Should probably just put that in the base. But oh well. Spotting scopes on their 222, was it? No, he's activated the infantry awareness. Still hasn't selected a commander. Getting some rifleman mines down now. Already got full M1919s, I think. Oh, maybe they don't have one actually. Rolling up. Misses its shot. Misses again. Got the mortar doing some nice work there. Close to Vet 3 now. Solid performance. Got a couple bars now coming through for Crumb.
We're losing a capture point.
222 quite slow getting repaired back up here. Use the on me on the captain trying to win this fight. Big grenade out. Still going to get a reasonable connection. Looks like the Grenadier is going to win that eventually. Second mortar now for smallNhii. Interesting. Probably be picking up an anti-tank gun at this stage. But the double mortars getting some work done here. Use of the superior cover. I'm surprised that this squad's not getting in the heavy cover, but maybe worried about the mortar. Either way, it doesn't go too well for him. Stempo's coming in on the rear, but we've got volley fire active. And suppression kicking in from that quite nicely. Volley fire saving the day. Runs into the flak base there. But yeah, volley fire, huge. That was a win in that fight. Still has enough firepower maybe to beat the officer as well. Definitely, you know, if you get in the M1919s, the volley fire on the re-echelon, so much stronger, as you've seen in my guide. You're a game changer for that squad. Smoke out to cover the capture here, but Grenadier's going to go in to try and jam the point. Maybe some attack grounds with the pyros as well. Pack just out of range here. Smoke wearing off now. MG getting barraged by the mortar, and we've got two anti-tank guns rolling up now for Crumb. A little bit slow backing away with the 222. And it's too slow. Gets caught right on the edge of the range. Fusilier is switching sides here, looking to 2-on-1 Crumb. Anti-tank gun a little bit exposed. Captain goes down to the Fusilier blob.
We just lost a unit.
Into your half-track rotating across, but he's got to be careful. And doesn't quite get in snaring range, able to steal away that bar with the officer. That's going to be a powerful squad now. Eventually going to get the SCG and that bar. There we go. Full retreat, the suppression working nicely. Still Captain White, pretty strong. Probably, I think, could have got the AT gun decrew. Maybe not the steel on it, but a little bit not the best control by Meow. Should have pushed up with the AT gun a lot earlier. Panzer Shreks. He got close enough for both Shreks to connect. Huge mistake there for Crumb. And the anti-air half-track goes down now. Has locked into urban assault and gone for a Calliope first here. Has already got, you know, bazookas and double AT guns, so has enough anti-tank to make this work. And coming in at this very early timing, that Calliope could be quite strong. Hasn't upgraded the forward retreat point yet. Here comes the first medium tank. The world with the Panzer IV. Panzer IV in the build as well for Meow. A little bit late on this Panzer IV though, for both players really. Could have had these, you know, maybe about a minute and a half earlier. And it does make quite a big difference with these medium tank timings. Especially for Meow. Oh! Super close range Calliope. See you later. 2 grenadiers down just like that. Is that a priest now as well? No, that's major artillery, I think. Got a Scott, but protected by the anti-tank gun. As for misses the first shot as well. Starting to lay a bit of a siege down on this forward battle group now. But yeah, I was going to say, you know, Meow has seen double anti-tank guns from Crumb already. So I don't think I'll be building a Panzer IV at this stage. It's just not going to be able to get enough damage done. Maybe save for the Brumbier or the Werfer. Probably Brumbier would be the best option. The Panzer IVs feel like going to struggle. Grenade into retreat available here. Not going to go for it though. Right there would have been quite nice. Fusilier blob overwhelming here. Oh boy, rear echelon go down. The Panzer IV, I think. Double anti-tank guns having trouble holding their position. Shrieked up P-Greens can't do much. AT gun decrewed over here. Panzer IV backing off though, not going for the kill on. It's interesting. Letting smallNhii off the hook there. Does have a second anti-tank gun, but it's coming out from base still, so could have done some work. The sweepers. Quite a few mines hanging about. Can attack ground those away though. T-gun lining up here. Good push from the Axis overall. Here comes the Calliope now. This could be nasty. I think it's going after the machine gun. Ooh! It's so dead. The kill indicator didn't even come up for it? It just... I don't think I've seen that happen before with the squad wipe indicator. Vaporized. Great start there with the Calliope for Crumb. How often you get hits that strong.
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
Major artillery up back again. It's just the Raketen actually rolling through that area. It's very low.
Under fire! Panzer engaging!
Double Scots now for smallNhii. Plane up in the air, about to expire though. Does a good job of, you know, seeing where the anti-tank guns are, so playing it safe with the Panzer IV. Already up to 10 kills on that as well, pretty strong. Just looked into Jaeger armor, of course. And now going for the Werfer. I think that's a pretty strong option. Right choice after the Panzer IV. Yeah, going for the Brumbier first. Instead of the Panzer IV, you know, can make some sense. You can get that Brumbier vetted up quite early on. More powerful in the direct fighting, but if you've already got a Panzer IV on the field, sure, I'll go for the Werfer. Safer choice, certainly. Double Scots working strongly there. Only 3 kills for the OKW Panzer IV though, interesting. Double anti-tank guns maybe causing it some headaches. Here comes the massive blob. Be strong for smallNhii to maybe get some grenades going. Really, oh, major dead. Help soften up these blobs as they're attacking. Oh, here comes the close range Calliope, 2 squads down. And he retreats in, 3 squads dead, just like that. Huge misplay. He dodged out to the side, and then he got scared and then retreated back into it. Oh, that was a colossal misplay from the world. But, you know, I'm sure those people who hate blobs will love to see that kind of Calliope wipe action. This is probably one of the best Calliopes I've ever seen.
We are losing the sector.
Whiff it into the base here. Catches the mortar. Nearly knocks out the ambo as well.
We're at 200 points.
You can see the allies are quite far behind on the VPs as well, so Axis do have some time to rebuild. Find their way back into this one. Make sure that they're not getting wiped like crazy by that Calliope though. 18 kills, but what is it's got 5 squad wipes in those 18 kills. In this case, it's not really telling the whole tale, is it? I feel like this Panzer IV has not been active enough though, honestly. Oh, is that a rebuild on... Oh, it was his teammates major that died, okay. Some rangers now for Crumb. Second Werfer. I think that's understandable. Could be pretty strong. See that the world has quite a lot of resources in reserve at this stage. Maybe thinking about going for the Jaeger. Doesn't have the manpower for that though, but you know, hasn't built anything else, importantly. With this teammate investing heavily into onto the mortar, into the indirect fire, going for the Jaeger. Reasonable. So artillery out the back. It's a pretty good decrew and a kill on the anti-tank gun. With a strike. Oh boy, that was horrible scatter. See the rockets landing in a ring around those anti-tank guns. A little bit unfortunate. Second Werfer is ready to go though. And the allies are still struggling a little bit on the victory points. Getting forced back here. Took out one of the anti-tank guns as well, so smallNhii not quite so well covered against this Panzer IV now. Comes a second Werfer. Crumb fast on the dodge this time. Gets out of there. Might pay for Meow if he's going to try go recon plane into Panzerwerfer strike. Maybe fire it behind. We've seen Isildur do that quite a bit. Expecting the opponent to dodge. Or maybe target on the other side of the map. The recon plane still, hitting that area. You can see. I don't think smallNhii would be expecting it as much. It does have double mortars quite clumped up as well, so pretty good target for that. Want to steal away the MG34 here. I didn't notice that getting decrewed. Oh. It seems like the world pretty bad at dodging these Calliope barrages. Didn't even move away from that one. Oh, there we go. The monster hit. Finds the AT guns back there. Not sure how he had vision of that. Maybe it was from the Panzer IV with the spotting scopes. But Crumb did manage to get a Jackson out now. And oh boy, gets a snare. Shreks trying to do their best, but they're just dying too fast. Drop one Shrek though, maybe could pick this up with the Pios. Or the other Panzer Grenadiers, looks like it might be. Probably would be better with the Pios, but now maybe you can stick around and kill these with the Panzer Grenadiers. This does not look like Crumb going to be able to hold on here. Maybe you could even steal one as well. Not opting for that though. Pretty decent Werfer strike again. So that's a big setback for Crumb. It's part of how strong his Calliopes have been so far. Nexus have built their way back in. They're still a little bit down on PopCap, but not by nearly as much anymore. Good rear armor hit there though from the Sherman. Got the anti-tank gun nearby. Still a couple mines around from the rifleman. Oh boy, we've got the Jagdtiger now though. Here it comes, mobilizing through the center. He's gonna on a grenade. Here comes the Calliope though again onto the base. Firing off a flare with the Fusiliers now as well. Big hit. Scott slow to dodge back, popping the smoke though. And the Jagdtiger didn't chase at all. Firing on the move there as it spun around, I think. Big damage on these Scots. Get them out for a long repair. Doesn't push forwards though to try and get a follow-up hit in. Here comes the OKW Panzer IV, but it triggers a mine. Now could be at risk. Got the anti-tank gun here. Sherman coming onto the rear armor. And good attack rounds. The Jackson coming in as well. Jagdtiger meanwhile going for a high explosive barrage onto the AT gun. Oh, but it does get the job done there right on max range. P4 down. With a strike into the double mortars, but a little bit too much scatter at that range. Only does some health damage. MG working nicely in the center there. And Mines winning games there. smallNhii would have been in a huge pickle. If that mine hadn't been there, maybe it would have lost both Scots. So it worked out quite well. Be very careful with these blobs. That Calliope hanging about. Retreats quite early on. Calliope is ready to go again though. Recon plane sees it coming to the front lines. Panzer IV could pounce on it here. Decides not to though, and decides to bring these two squads right next to each other. Mortar does go down to a follow-up. So there's another Werfer strike. Recon plane's definitely a headache for the Axis at this stage. Try to plant some more mines down here. Scott's trying to hide behind these sight blockers. It's full with some good vision itself with those spotter scopes while it's stationary at least. Jackson's still out back repairing. Calliope pushing into the center here. Again going for... No, that was just an attack on the AT gun. Interesting. World just doesn't have enough of a front line to hold on here. Oh, good decrew there from the Werfer. Here comes the Calliope. Oh, what is he doing? His reactions are just so bad to this Calliope. Ends up breaking the retreat point and hitting retreat on that squad, but it kind of ran back through the danger zone. Now some major artillery coming in on this. Recruit the AT gun. Tiny missing. And the battle group dead. Such bad reactions though from the world on dodging these Calliope barrages. Brumbier now. Good connection there. Second Jackson in the build now in response to that. I think the Jagdtiger needs to play maybe a bit more on this side in coordination with his teammates since he just has absolutely zero support for it. Direct fire here from the Werfer, I think that was. Could maybe get the decrew on this AT gun. We'll be backing off. Still has one Fusilier at least, so it can pop up some flares, provide some vision. It's just about enough for a tank to support it as well. That's what he wants. Oh, this could be dead Scott. Where's the AT grenade? Yep. Backing off with the Jagdtiger after that now though. Nearly that one already. AT gun under pressure from the bars. It's back down. Double Jacksons now. So maybe I'd be regretting not picking up that M1 earlier. Double anti-tank guns would be a nice response to the double Jacksons. There's falling some trouble. Double Jacksons pouncing on it. Missed the kill shot. Jagdtiger coming across. Oh, one Jackson goes down, but one Panzer IV also falling. I suppose there's only one Panzer IV on the field. T-gun backing out for some repairs there. Some healing perhaps as well. He's staying in. Does have some Panzer Grenadier Shrek support, but they have to get to the front lines first. And there we go, Schwer dead as well. The major artillery combined with the time on target. Definitely was a terrible idea putting that Schwer on the front lines.
Where's that coming from?
It's like the only thing time on target's good at. And there's like it'll be trucks. Oh, didn't have much time to react to that.
Infantry unit. They got wiped
Knocked him
out.
down. Bars rolling up here, but the Jackson quite far back. Going for some bars on the Rangers. They got a bazooka as well. 2 bazookas in a bar. Oh, Jaeger's on this side. This could be lights out for the Jackson. No. Out of range. Definitely need to see the world, you know, driving forwards with the Jaeger while he's reloading. Missing up on those follow-up shots because of it, I think. Now that's a priest, I think, from smallNhii, barraging out the back. Hoping to catch those repairs. Sherman getting stuck in as well. What a turnaround in terms of territory control it's been. Oh, and catches them too. Nearly knocking out the Pios. Rebuild again, putting this on the front lines. Like, why? I know that this one is a lot further back, but I would not be building it outside my base when I'm almost pegged in my base. So far behind like this.
Now stand at 300 points.
Big setback as well, you know, not Crossfire, the world had so much resources. He's ready to build something, but unable to do so with that tech truck loss. Trying to cap the far side, but the Sherman on HE not going to shut that down. Quite far for the Jaeger to rotate as well. Just managed to neutralize at least, but he's playing with fire here. Jaeger connecting once. There's that smoke to cover. All Werfers ready to roll. Brombeer back healthy again as well. It's quite have immunities for a recon plane. Still has enough to squeeze in another unit as well. Meow. Maybe he's thinking about going for a Panther, but he doesn't quite have the pop cap for that. There we go. Calliope knocking out the mortar. The bar blob very strong against the Shreks. And now the Brombeer doesn't have any support. Pop the target weak point. Calliope and Priest, I think, coming on back here. Just getting completely bullied. Don't know what he's doing with the Jaeger on the far side. You know, when you're behind like this, you need to work together. Just try to carve out maybe like a third of the map. Having a Jaeger unsupported, it's just like, what are you really doing with it? Occasionally shooting a tank. Foolish play here. Could be bullying back the Jackson, allowing the Brombeer to be a lot more effective. Oh well. Got to branch out to the side. Popping off a flare there, I think, as well. Next truck's in trouble again, though. Barrage, Major maybe gonna come in for some artillery. Time on target maybe could finish the job. Panther is gonna complete, I think, before it dies at least this time. Might be into the base. Oh, onto the truck. Major artillery dropped in.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
No! Oh, it did. It just completed in time. Wow. Oh my god, that was razor thin margin. Crazy. Oh my god. Still has so much manpower after that as well. Why isn't he rebuilding Fusiliers here for more flares? More cannon fodder. Really bad play from the Axis, floating this much when they're behind, you know? Need to be pushing everything they've got here. At the diving in. Quite aggressive with this as well. Panther finds the Sherman. AT gun doing some big damage, and going to be a snare on the Jaeger now. Sherman trying to soften it up. AT gun doing some good damage as well. Frontal arm pins. Here goes the Sherman now, though. AT gun not really able to chase this. Here comes the Jackson. Brumbier, what was that doing? Rear armor exposed. Goes down. Could be the end of one of these Jacksons here. Panzergrenadiers is... Oh, he's trying to crit repair it. No, saves the vehicle crew at least. Panther, what's this doing? Gonna take out an anti-tank grenade. Where's he going with it? The Jackson's coming around to finish the job on the Jaeger. And now the Panther's completely out of position to save the day. Just gonna circle around. We've got some infantry coming in now. Jaeger trying to get away. Jackson connecting. Just anti-tank grenades can finish the job on it here now, I think. This is just a comically bad sequence of events from the Axis in the late game. What the hell, man? Such bad Jaeger play. And then where was he going with the Panther after that? No teamwork. So much resources floating. Just really, really abysmal stuff there. Still have double werfers. Rebuild on the Brumbier. Still has so... Look at that, 800 manpower after that. Push to 100. Get an extra unit. You desperately need it. Panther's still alive as well. Here it comes. But there's a mine there. Almost the exact same spot as last time. This time, though, probably going to be able to get away. The anti-tank gun's coming out from base. No Jackson nearby. Look at this rifleman almost in the base sector here. Decrewing the pack. I think they had some vest on it as well. Bit of a shame to lose that. Use of the vehicle crew. I think it will be good to swap that into the Sherman if you can. Since I think that was a Vet 2 at least. Maybe a Vet 3 Jackson. They're able to back away here. Rebuild on the Sherman for smallNhii. Well, the team's quite low on the victory points though. Sherman upgrade with the Dozer Blade does make it quite a lot slower. Just hoping for some sneaky attacks into the base. Going for those werfers. Might not be as successful. Finally now, spending through this float. Going for a machine gun, second AT gun. Way overdue though. Could have done that like a quarter of an hour ago. And just to get AT nated there. Now the Jackson's coming in. We've got the pack and support though. So Jackson getting out of there. On the werfers. We're going after this AT gun. Again, targeting right where it is, maybe not where it's going to be, even just like slightly behind it would have been better. Officer dead over here, by the way. Maybe to the Sherman. Oh, here comes the Sherman, circling around. Dropping some smoke on the AT gun. Getting onto the rear armor of the Brumbier, trying to finish the game here. Second pack coming out from base still. And there we go, Brumbier dead. Repaired back up but not able to save the day. There's a Faust. Could be the end of the Sherman though, double packs here. Sherman dead, but decent trade for the Brumbier. Knocked out the Panzergrenadiers as well. Panther doing some really aggressive stuff here. Doesn't have the machine gun upgrade though, so it's quite bad at getting the decrew, but Virtuobas aren't. Could pick that up now. Got a Jackson on this side for Crumb. Good teamwork here from the WS. Making some big plays right across the map. Damage on the Panther, getting caught on the VP flag there. Might be an overcommit though from the Sherman. Knocks out the Fusiliers though, late retreat on them. Jackson considering coming back in. Smoke. Oh, and the Panther misses the kill shot. Looks like the Werfer maybe knocking out a couple riflemen. Calliope not getting the job done in return. Cussive grenade out. Looks the retreat safe at least. Panther coming in though for a crush maneuver, I think. Where's he going with this? No, he's coming in for the Scott. Misses the kill shot. And the Pax, what finishes the job. 10 VPs left. X is losing over here, but capping over here. Panther coming in for the Calliope. Find the Jackson. Jackson's got the heat rounds active. Oh, main gun critted. Denied the opportunity to go in for the kill there. Everything neutral at this stage, but Axe is way down on army size now. Hard to see them coming back from this. I think maybe the world is left. Yep. 0 points left. Well, pretty competitive. I think Meow going for that Panzer IV, questionable against, double anti-tank guns already on the field. The Brumbier first there would have been better. Still did pretty well with it, honestly, but could have been even stronger. Medium with the Werfers as well. Maybe needs to take a page out of Eastall's book as well, trying to target slightly behind the anti-tank guns, expecting them to dodge back. Could have got a lot more damage done. Nasty Calliope action there, 50 kills. So many squad wipes as soon as it hit the field as well. Wiped like 2 Grenadiers, I think. In almost all of the world's stuff. The world just terrible with the dodging this game. Just so bad at reacting to the Calliope. It's quite shocking, honestly. Just, comically bad. And then really terrible Jagdtiger play as well. Should have been better coordination with the teammates. Maybe instead of branching out to this side, playing more compact, forcing them to fight the allies, to fight into the Jagdtiger a bit more, instead of letting it get exposed and eventually dying on the far side. And the forward Schwer Panzer headquarters, even the rebuild on it, just what is that? Too much float in the end game from the Axis as well. Yeah, it really fell apart in the late game for the Axis this time. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like good game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.